Welcome to the Black Tantrum Pod. My name is Cool Day, and I'm here with
the one and only Yanni.
Yanni, man. He was gone for a while, but he's back in the game, and I'm so happy to have him here today. Today, we're going to be talking about something that you guys already know. There's been controversies about Diddy, and, some cases came out and stuff like that. Recently, I think it's been some days now, he came out and apologized, which I think it was a good thing to do. So we're just going to chop it up, and also we're going to talk about the black woman glow effect. Apparently a lot of people, there's a lot of videos on TikTok showing the white glow, black girls and their white boyfriends glowing up after they started dating them. So it's going to be an interesting podcast. How you doing, man?
I'm good. How you been?
Been good, man. Just chilling.
Yeah.
Work, and doing stuff.
I feel it.
Yeah, man. What do you think about the apology, man?
From Diddy, man, it was something you put up in the script. You know what I'm saying? I feel like his PR people told him to go do it. It didn't seem genuine. It didn't seem sincere. It seemed like he was just reading
from a script,
from a script of like what others have, mentioned to him, and he was talking about, I'm disgusted with myself, bro. If he was disgusted with yourself, it would have never happened. Apologies like that don't sit well with me. So,
I mean, how do you want him to apologize, bro?
Bro, like, be genuine. You can tell when somebody is.
It's like really Travis Scott's apology.
No. if you're really intentional, people can feel the vibe. Yes. But like the man looked tired. He looked like he didn't want to do it.
I mean, he's going through a lot.
I get it.
He's going through a lot.
But these occurrences didn't happen one time. Like my stance is, my saying is, you can mess up once, right? You can mess up twice. After the third one, it's you. Like, you can't tell me you're sorry for something you intentionally did. If you have anger issues, you should be able to understand that, okay, I need to regulate this. But you went and did it for multiple years. This isn't a one-time occurrence. There are multiple people with the sex allegations, with the abuse allegations, with all of these different things. That's just you. That's who people know you to be in the industry. So if people know you to be in the industry like that, that's you. That's who you are. So when you sit down and you're like, I'm disgusted, bro, you're telling me something that you want me to hear. That's just it.
Yeah. And it looks like he was not in U.S. So it looks like he just got out trying to relax a bit.
Yeah.
The heat is too much.
That's what I'm saying. It came from his PR.
The funny thing, when I was growing up, even before I started doing music, he was one of the people that I really, P. Diddy, everybody know him to be, like the A&R guy, he, well respected, until, and I've noticed that celebrities, people are not really looking up to celebrities anymore. Because it's like some of these things you look up to someone, right? And then really bad stuff will come up, and it's about them, and it's like I don't know how to put it, like disappointing,
It is disappointing, but you gotta, as people, as regulars on a day to day, we gotta understand that those people are humans too. They can mess up. So it's like, if you didn't think they were capable of that, you gotta understand, bro, they breathe, eat.
Yeah, they do all the stuff we do.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. It's a dangerous thing. What is happening to him is quite bad. I hope whatever justice. Whenever people are hurt, it becomes very complicated.
What do you mean?
When whatever you did, was hurting people. There's going to be some consequences.
Oh yeah,
and
for sure.
It looks like it's coming. is coming. I don't want to speak too much about it, but at least he put an apology out.
Let me tell you, in his apology, he said that he's disgusted with himself, right?
Right.
Backtrack a couple months, he said that he never did any of those. Which one is true?
And how you gonna be even disgusted about what you?
That's what I'm saying.
You did,
That's what I'm saying.
Just say I'm sorry. Just say say.
Or like if you're being genuine, right? In an apology like that, you can be like, "Listen, that video looks bad.
Yes,
I did this."
To all my fans.
So not even just in general, I did this, right? And like these aren't things that just be genuine, just be sincere. But he's talking about I'm disgusted. That should never be something that I do to another person. Blah 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 blah. And it's like a generic script that he's putting together. Like the dude's doing this. Like, yeah, man. Like,
I mean, he has so much money. He's probably not used to apologizing. You know,
bro. Having money doesn't.
He's probably not used to that.
Having money doesn't mean you get to be a dickhead or you get to be a jerk. And that's obviously how he's built his brand, is by becoming a-hole, essentially. So if that's ever the case, then you know.
Yeah. All right, man. We'll see how it goes with that case. Also, this is quite fascinating, right? On TikTok, mainly TikTok, apparently white men, whenever they get with a black girl, they get a glow, you know, and white guys are actually posting it like, look at me before and after, and they're posting, videos of them dressing well, looking, attractive. And a lot of people were saying, oh, black guys, you also put your white girls that, you glow them up, on TikTok. So it's like a challenge almost.
I do think in general, if it's a white guy and they're with a black girl or vice versa, I do think culturally, like the black culture prevalence is very prevalent, right? It's allowed. So by some ways, some means, based on association, you're going to start maybe wearing or sounding or acting or doing something that helps appropriate or links you to your other person that you're with. I have typically seen that, with black girls and I guess the exterior relationships, whether it's whether it's white, Asian, or whatever, that they seem to dress nice or nicer than what they used to, and they have like different cuts and they're going to the gym and things like that. Obviously, I mean, that's great props to the culture and the black girls that they're with. There's a trade-off that people are not talking about. And so if you neglect,
that's what I thought.
If you neglect the trade-off, you're obviously just
one-sided.
Yeah.
But it's not even the trade-off. They post themselves looking that is more important. Them changing themselves and looking a certain way, it matters to them.
Black people have this thing as far as dressing, right? Like black people own a serious portion of fashion, in America and over the world. Literally, like the standard shape of a girl typically is a black girl or a Hispanic girl or whatever. Like these are prototypes, and again, shout out to my black girls, but like legitimately, that's what the culture, society sees.
I mean, it's actually true, because all these models, you have to be a certain they're gonna put a black prototype,
right?
Yeah, black male female prototype. You got to have some sort of, I don't know.
Yeah,
we play a role.
Take a look definitely. At hip hop, right? Dominated by the black culture, with the things that they're wearing, whether it was baggy jeans back in the day or different type of things, and other cultures want to mimic that So once you begin to mimic it and you become good at mimicking it, then now you have it on. You look good. You look aesthetically good, and you can shout out to yourself. I mean, at the end of the day, fashion is fashion.
So my thing is, why is stereotyped like that? Why is black people? If black people is very fashionable, right? Mm-hmm. But then, in other words, in certain instance, black people are like, they ghetto. You know what I'm saying? So I don't get the the correlation.
I think it's not necessarily.
Oh, it's specific.
It's specified. So if people are if they dress well and they dress clean, that I can still dress really good. I can have some ripped jeans or whatever and still make it look good to the point where it doesn't look ghetto.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? And it's all about how you're dressing.
Yes.
Right. So if you obviously you have your spectrums, you have the ones that are completely bad, you have your middle ground, and then you have your right. So really and
shabby ones.
And the ones that are seen as good are actually in the middle.
Yeah.
They're not the overly dressed. They're not the ones that are doing the most.
Yeah.
It is literally the middle. Those are the ones people look at and like, like that looks really good because aesthetically it looks good.
There's this NFL player, I forgot his name. I think he's from Ghana. Mm-hmm. He dressed like clean, bro, like cultural.
Is it Owusu?
Owusu, yeah.
Kurumara.
Man, that's a level. That's a high level of.
Yeah, but that's intention.
That's intentional. But you're saying, that back to the question I was asking you, is it towards like the suit and the tie? Mm-hmm. But you can look clean in your African outfit.
Correct.
You can look clean. Correct. Just being clean is a thing.
But that's what I'm saying.
So if you don't know how to put it together, you're not gonna.
It's a mindset, though.
Yeah.
In order to dress the way that he dressed, he told himself that I'm going to look good wearing this.
There's Africa,
right?
Yeah.
And I'm going to be proud of what I'm wearing. Now, if you're not proud of what you're wearing, then that leads you into an area of confusion, or it leads you into an area where you're not as strong or decisive as what it is, right? If I wear good clothes and I know my clothes are good, it doesn't matter. Realistically, let's be honest, right? We all shop on Boohoo, we all shop on all those places. Some of their items literally could be $1. I'm not even gonna hold you. It could be $1, but it's
the way you put it together.
It's how you put it together, right? Not saying I'd be buying stuff for $1. But I'm just saying we all see it. Not Temu, not that one.
Is it Temu or Temu?
No, I don't know.
I saw the workers over there, bro. Mm-hmm. I saw the workers. They ain't got shut on. Like 500 workers just bagging stuff.
Yeah, nah.
Shein
and all of that. We want to act as if like, we are wearing these high dollar amount of shirts, and it's not even like that. It's if you can put it together and make it look nice and make it look aesthetic.
Yeah,
cool. And for some of these individuals, these men who get with these black ladies, the women are nurturers, right? So they're gonna want nurture. You to look good.
Swag
but
up.
Me as a black man,
they're not gonna take you to a party looking like a bum.
Correct. Now, if I as a black man,
black brother's gonna be like, nah.
See, my thing.
You gotta swag him up.
My thing is with the black girls and us is I think we get into this place where it's like, you don't really understand me. You don't really understand me. All she's trying to do, if she's telling you to maybe wear something different or do this a certain way, just have an open ear. Be willing, as a man, as a black man, be willing to want to understand what she sees, first of all, because you seeing it isn't the full picture.
Right.
You have your thing might be tainted. You get what I'm saying? But she has the outside perspective and can give you, hey, like this shoe right now does not go with this fit, right?
Yeah.
And so maybe you need to change, or
I think that's a black thing, honestly.
But why?
That's a black thing. Black girls will tell you. Honestly, they will tell you.
Okay. And
sometimes I wear something and she's gonna be like, bro, nah. In my mind, I think it's good. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
I'm like, damn.
Yeah.
Like, nah, baby, come on. You gotta take this out.
You gotta take that out. I mean, I've gotten it too. I'm not gonna hold you. Like, I think I can dress, but like,
yeah.
my
girl they gonna tell you, bro. Like, Nah, baby, come on. Oh, come on. You gonna wear this out? And same way, you know, sometimes I also prompt her. It's like, nah, baby, come on. The heels is not matching.
But that's what I'm saying is that we as a society, as people, right, in relationship, we need to be willing to be like, okay, all right, I hear you. I'm gonna do this.
Yeah.
Right? Because I know you're thinking of the betterment for me, and not just saying it to just say it.
Just saying it. Yeah. That's a good one.
Listen, when I was younger, I would sag. Right? And my mom be like, yo, that's
it's so
disgusting.
Funny, that thing is gone now. We don't even do it anymore.
Right. That's what I'm saying.
And now the baggy jeans are back, but the baggy jeans are not sagged, you know? They're back, but it's not a sagged form of baggy jeans. People are wearing baggy jeans now.
And it's
like tightly, you know what I'm saying? So it really depends, and it's changing. Things are changing around.
Listen, fashion always recycles itself. I think it was somebody said fashion recycles itself every 20 years. So the same things that they was doing
before
2000, we're bringing it all back. And so it just changes itself. It's the same thing, different format. That's it.
Yeah. All right. So you're watching the Black Tantrum Pod. I'm here with Jeff, and we kind of breaking it down very nicely. So before we this is what we're gonna do to wrap it up, right? They're saying young people, right? They're not trying to marry. We've been dating. Marriage is becoming difficult for young people right now. Just like a study. What is it? What do you think is going on that, you know? And you know, I want to ask you that, but I want to put in my 2 cents before. I've also kind of noticed that in general, it's kind of difficult. Things are in the modern side, where back in the day, you know, we've talked about this before. But now it's like people want to have fun. People want to chill first. And also things are becoming very difficult. Back in the day, you buy a house, you get an apartment in New York for $400. Now it's $3,000.
Yeah.
So do you think that, you know, financial problems, you know, depression, working overtime, just killing yourself as a young person, you know, student loans, you know, working. A lot of people are even leaving America because of this reason. You know, I wish I could just dip anytime soon, because we don't really have quality time anymore. It's like, and it's affecting the young ones.
I will,
especially.
I'll be first to tell you, in Europe, they, in Italy specifically, right? They are keen on family time. Like they will stop whatever they're doing just to go home,
some family time,
eat, share a meal over the table, and actually talk about what happened, the intricacies of their day, give advice. Like you feel a sense of belonging. And family. But even there right now, this phenomenon that you're talking about is beginning to showcase itself, you know, over the pond. And, you know, you see people or cultures who were so closely knit are beginning to split, and they're being individualized. And individualism, so like terrible, I don't, bro. It's terrible. It's terrible. But if you do not, like, human beings were not made to be by themselves. First and foremost, what you do is cause a lot of division in promotion of self. And you don't understand, a lot of people don't understand that self is a byproduct of together. People don't understand that. And if you do gain wisdom in kind of discerning that level, you'll be able to understand, okay, I need to make time for other people. I need to make time for the things I like. I need to make time for the things for family.
I don't think people have time for other people. Honestly, they don't. I don't know. And you know, the individualism thing is in America a lot. You know, recently went to Ghana. It's not like that. You know, there's some sort of family, and there's some sort of community. You know, like this whole neighborhood that I live, I mean, we could have some little games, community games, stuff like that. There's Indians, there's Spanish, there's other people. We can have some sort of, but they will they will strike you if you try to do that. Community, you try to be some sort of, there's a name for communist, if in a bigger scale. But not something like that. I'm talking about just within the neighborhood. Why can't American neighborhoods just create a ground for neighbor, knowing people around you. Well, people see me and they pass. Like, you don't know.
Well, that's because you live in a bigger demographic. So and it's scientifically proven, if you have a large scale of people in a condensed population and condensed area, people tend to not really care for who is going by them. If you're in a small town, however, with fewer people, you are forced to recognize everyone. this person, and so there's a sense of community there. You gotta. This is besides the fact, but the human population is decreasing. However, decreasing doesn't mean it's not in the billions. That it's still astronomically high.
It's decreasing?
Yeah, it is decreasing.
Really?
Yeah, people aren't having kids. It's a
That's what I'm saying.
It's a byproduct of what you're saying.
No, they don't want to marry.
Yeah, so
and now there's even different sex. They promoting all these things. So kids are definitely going to decline. Definitely.
Yeah, for 100%. And even in China, right now, there's is it China or Korea? One of them Asian countries. I've seen. I don't know how legitimate this is, but there's they're calling for people to come and impregnate their women. So I mean, listen, it just is. It really is.
Are you going to nominate yourself?
Hell no, I'm good. I got a queen. I'm good.
Nominate? No, they will pay you. The government will pay you.
Yeah, they're paying 70. I think it's
70,000.
70K per kid.
Hey, 70K per kid. hey, you guys that want to just have fun and still have babies, y'all not gonna pay for it. It's not expensive like here in America.
We need to really stop this promotion of being an individual, just by like a lone wolf. That's one of the
I think they're pushing that though.
That is the agenda that's being pushed.
And you could do whatever you want. But as I'm growing, I've noticed that I can't be by myself. Like I need my woman.
Yes. Yes, you do. And
it's so crazy.
It is, because human beings were not made to be by themselves.
Yeah,
but then when you 100%.
Yeah, but then when you look at the news, it's like, oh no, you could be by yourself. You don't need anybody. But I think it's an agenda thing. It's not correct.
Everything is an agenda.
Because if our parents then wasn't together, we were not going to be here, right?
But I mean, you have people now that don't care.
They don't care, bro.
They don't care for us being here.
Do you think that that's the reason why things are so difficult for us?
I think we're more divided than ever. That's why it's difficult.
Yes.
Right. And then listen, like our political leaders are not helping us either.
Even with you, for instance, we only come here for this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
We never really have time to let's go sit somewhere and
chat it up.
Bro, there's no time. You work so much, you have to even get off of work and come.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like what kind of, it's getting to a point where it's like, I want to even live less, so I can just do what I'm doing, live so minimal. I really don't care.
Oh, you're talking about being less minimalistic?
I was thinking about like just because you can't really, if you don't have leisure, right?
Mm-hmm.
And you work, you can't do anything.
Yeah, it's facts.
A lot of my friends are singers that they can't do it. Like you have to almost squeeze. Else. Yeah, you have to really hammer your head before you can do something little.
I mean,
on the side, aside work.
Yeah, there's this thing because
it's crazy,
and that's why people talk about trying to be your own boss, right? The whole entrepreneurship that really took its feet. I want to say 3, 4. No.
Yeah, because that's the only way you can be free.
Right. But that's the only way. But literally, in order to do that, you need literally everybody else that works for you to do a 9 to 5 or something that equates to a 9 to 5.
9 to 5.
And that's a lot. Those people won't, like, when are they ever gonna stop? I mean, and I get it. I'm not bashing that. I'm just kind of bringing the attention to, this is what we have. So how do we then navigate it? How do we work around it?
But how did we get here?
We got here with promotion of, and again, it goes back to us thinking and calling ourselves individuals who are only going to care for what they like. Right. The real estate, right? People are, and I get it, make your money however, but people are doing things to elevate themselves in the real estate industry, whereas like it's hurting the rest of America.
The people, yeah.
The rest of America. Literally anybody that's graduating or has graduated within the last 5 years, them getting a house is going to be not a million times.
A house. Even a job. They can't even get a job.
Right. But I'm saying even
get a house.
Even if that's the case, like just to buy a home, right? Your home, a home that I saw somebody do the equation online, but like a home that you could afford maybe a couple years ago, by 2060 or whatever, your kids, a home that maybe you were paying $1,000 rent on, your kid's gonna be paying $8,000 rent. Where are they gonna get that money
2060. From? You're even going too far, bro.
But this is where we're headed. That's where we're headed.
I mean, now, even 10 years ago, it wasn't like this.
That's what I'm saying.
What I'm saying?
And
so
it's gonna
so
be
that
worse.
will affect every social aspect of young people. Back in the day, my grandma, their house, they bought it like man, houses, land, they're beggars to buy their land. You know what I mean?
Facts.
There was a joke that some people saying, oh, they used to buy a house with berries and stuff. And, strawberries, a bunch of. Now, there's like in California, you can't even buy a house.
You can't.
People that are making 6 figures are renting.
Right.
And that's how it's going. So I think that you should lower yourself. A lot of people are moving to Texas. Lower your standard of living. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. I'm living in a quite expensive spot. Mm-hmm. I want to move. Yeah. You want to move to I think if you move and you cut down the cost of your rent and stuff, because rent takes a lot. Yeah. And you cut down on food. Maybe you could, plant some, tomatoes or whatever, a little garden you could do.
We're a fast-paced economy, though.
Or you can run away and go to Africa.
We're a fast. I mean, that's obviously another option, but I think in order to, Africa's becoming expensive too.
Yeah. No. If you're in Accra,
that's expensive.
I mean, in general, it's getting expensive too, but not like America though.
It's not. That's because you're having American money filtered to Africa. That's why it's good. But
you always talk about that.
No, I'm being so serious.
Why do you always?
Because our politicians are idiots. That's why. That's why I speak the way I speak.
Oh Lord.
Yeah. There are solutions, and we sit there and we allow. And we allow ourselves to.
I think they're picking up now. I mean, the last time when I think they're doing some work. They're doing some work. Yeah, they're doing some work.
I've seen.
It was great. It was great. I think it's gonna get there. If it's been suppressed all these years, and now that they're opening their eyes, they're still doing things. They're doing. I feel like they're doing. They're doing what they could. And also technology and social media and the internet is widening people. Is spreading people. People are getting more insight. Now, when you get to Africa and you're from America, they look at you because, bro, they got money too. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. So it's not like you're impressive anymore. Yeah. And they see things. They go on TikTok and they see things. And YouTube pays anybody. You could be in Ghana, they'll pay you dollars. You know what I mean? So it really doesn't matter. I think the gap, we live in a global, kind of almost like a close-knitted, internet has made everything close-knitted now. Yeah. Which is good for places that are not developing. And even in Africa where it's still developing, because if the developed countries it's hard to live in, then they, what I'm saying, it's not going to be easy. So, that comes to the end of the podcast. I think we passed 1 hour. So, appreciate you guys stopping by. Make sure you subscribe to the channel. Next week we're going to be here as well. last week I did a podcast with Spade, and it was really good. And so appreciate you guys. I'll see you next week.